Hello traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 11 trades. Today's date is June the 18th and I am using my new BB Scalper trading system. This system has the Bollinger Bands along with another moving average, and down at the bottom here we have some oscillating indicators. Now every morning, 6 o'clock, right where this vertical line is, I'm in front of the charts looking at all the different instruments and of course looking at my daily trade plan. Once I make a decision I want to be buying and or selling, I'll manually put in this white arrow that you see here. Now you will get an audio sound and of course this pop-up box right here suggesting to buy and or sell. Now we can take a look at the daily trade plan. Here it is here, running in real time, analyzing the charts from the monthly right down to the 30 minutes. After it does some calculations within the comments here, it'll say look for bearish trades, bullish trades, and some, as you can see, will say preferred. Now if you're trading without any kind of a daily trade plan, well, that's one good reason why you are still struggling. And of course, if you have any questions regarding this daily trade plan, well, just get in contact with me. Okay, now we can take a look at these trades. I did some Forex trades, as you can see, and of course, I did futures, the indexes, and of course, they move a lot more and obviously pay a lot more. So let's see now in this first trade, we'll just drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Wanted to be selling. And of course, everything was telling me when I pulled the trigger right at this point here, it was going to go down. So I took the trade and down it went. Got in at this point, closed it out here just being happy as I'm only looking for 200 and or more ticks and pips, and when I close it out here I was happy with the 13 pips which paid out $84. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the pound dollar. So let's take a look at this pound dollar. Wanted to be selling it, so let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Sold it here, and it did not move a lot, but I'm not looking for a lot, especially on the Forex pairs. Looking at the money, and since it pays $10 for each pip, it's easy to see. This is 10 pips, so let's go and look for those 10 pips. There it is right there, 10 pips paying out $100. Okay, let's move on to the next trade I did, which is Euro Yen. Wanted to be selling it, arrow from the daily trade plan. Let's see where I got in at. Drag and drop this up. Got in here. I knew there was a chance it could do a pullback, but that didn't bother me. I knew it was going to do one more cycle. When I take the trade, I'm usually 95% sure. Never 100%, but 95% sure is good enough for me. Got in at that point, closed it out here just being happy, locking in 15 pips, and that paid out $103. Okay, let's move on to the next trade, which is the pound yen. Here we go, and the pound yen, wanted to be selling it. Everything was looking good. We had to squeeze here. I knew it was going to pick a direction, and I was quite sure it was going to go down, and down it went. Same as the Euro yen. Took the trade here, locking in, looks like 17 pips, and that paid out 117. Moving on to the futures now. First one is the Dow Jones. Let's go and run a check on that Dow Jones. Looking at the money, Took the money divided by 5 as it pays $5 for each tick. Calculator says it's 33, so let's drag and drop this up. This one I wanted to be selling it. There's the arrow from the daily trade plan. Had the alert right here on this candle, and that's why I got in. Now it could have just kept going straight down, but the market's very random, and you have to be aware. Just as easy as it can go down, it can go up, and we're looking for 33. Let's see if we can find that. There it is right there. 33 ticks, paying out $165. Okay, let's move on to S&P 500. Let's run a check on that. Another one that pays $5 for each tick. So I took the money divided by 5. This calculator says it's 52. So let's drag and drop this up. So I wanted to be selling it. Arrow from the daily trade plan, super signal. Again, wouldn't go any further, wouldn't break the support here, so I'm glad I'm out as the market's going in the other direction now. Now we're looking for 52. That's as close as I'm going to be able to show, but it's 52, and that ended up paying out $262. Okay, let's move on to the Russell now. On this Russell, pays $10 for each tick. Looking at the money, easy to see this should be 48. So let's drag and drop this up, see where it got in at. So running a check on this Russell trade. Had the arrow from the daily trade plan, super signal. This is where I got in. Tested support one more time, but it didn't bother me, as the daily trade plan was telling me to buy. So I bought it. And of course we're looking for 48. 48. It's right there. 48. And that ended up paying out $480. Okay, moving on to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ pays $20 for each tick. Took the money divided by 20. Calculator says it's approximately 28. So let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. This one I wanted to be selling it. Arrow from the daily trade plan, super signal, down it went, and then it did a complete reversal. Glad I'm out, and I locked in 28. There it is right there, 28 ticks, paying out $566. Moving right along to crude oil. Now on crude oil, does pay $10 for each tick. Easy to see that this should be 72. So let's drag and drop this up. So I wanted to be buying it. Everything was looking good in real time for going up. And of course, we've had arrows blue here, here, and here. And of course, this was the 10 o'clock news. So be aware of high impact news, because just as easy as it could have shot up, it shot down. So closed out the trade to avoid that. Looking for 72. There it is right there, 72 ticks, paying out $720. Okay, let's move on to the next trade, which is gold. Another one that pays $10 for each tick. Easy to see. This should be 116.7. So just bump it up probably 117. So we wanted to be buying it. So let's drag and drop this up, see where it got in at. Very clear in real time between the daily trade plan, super signal, all the indicators top and bottom was saying it's going to go up, and up it went. So we're looking for, let's see what I can find here. 116, 117, let's go with the 117, and that ended up paying out $1,167. Okay, moving on to the last trade, which is the DAX 30. DAX 30 pays $3.75 for each tick. Took the money, divided by 3.75. Calculator says it's 450. So let's drag and drop this up. This one I wanted to be selling. Everything in real time was looking good for going down, and down it went. And of course I'm glad I got out because it did a complete reversal. Lots of ticks and money to be made, but you gotta have trade management and money management in order. What did I say? 450. This one here, I'll doubt if I'll be able to get it right on. 455. Oh, that's as close as I'm going to be able to show, but it's 450, and that ended up paying out $1,687. So another great day of trading using my BB scalper. And of course, if your system's not producing, like my BB scalper, I recommend you get your hands on it. Don't forget about the daily trade plan. And I forgot to show or mention my FibMaster tool. It's another great tool you should have in your toolbox. Now I added up all the pips and the ticks, and grand total came to 855, and those pips and ticks ended up paying out, as you can see, $5,453. Now if you have any questions, well, just get in contact with me, and it's easy to do. All you have to do is look right below this video. In the description, you'll get my contact information plus a lot of other information. Now you can pick up the phone, call me directly. I do answer the phone most of the time. And of course, if you can't call me directly, well, just send me an email. Now my best tip that I can offer to you today is that if you're going to buy anything from anybody, make sure you can pick up the phone or any other way to get in contact with them. Because if you can't get in contact with them, well, how can you get your questions answered? Been getting a fair number of traders saying there's a lot of scammers out there. And if you buy from somebody who is trading the system and selling the same system, well, there's got to be a pretty good chance that that person is not a scammer, because he can actually answer your questions. So remember, that's your tip for the day. Now, I really do prefer to use Teams. I made a link in the description. All you got to do is click on it. We'll have a Teams connection at that point. We can talk live, do screen sharing. Should be able to answer most of your questions. Now also, you'll see within the description there's 5 different packages. I just uploaded, like there's one other package I added. It's called How to Make 10K a Day Trading Mini Lots. Now you can use the very same method if all you want to do is make, say, $1,000 a day. I teach exactly how to do that. So also keep in mind that I do charge $250 for each package. Have a special offer that if you buy 2 packages, I'll give you one of the other 3 for free. So it looks like it's just about time to wrap up this video. And of course, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day and video, I want to wish you good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.